I thought episode 9 was so sad. I think this anime right here does such a great job of maintaining the balance of lightheartedness and actual dark moment. To see what happened to Sarah right here was actually shocking to me. The fact that this anime or source material had the balls to have some actual trauma, actual despair for a character like Sarah, it is so surprising to me. It does make me wonder what's actually going to happen to her. Because you see throughout the entire episode, everyone having a happy moment here. Everyone is doing so well. Slum and Milkit, they're doing great as far as a couple together. The fact that they have gotten this far in just 9 episodes, it does make me wonder what will happen in the potential season 2 or the continuation of the light novel. It does make me wonder what exactly is the fruit of their labor, and it was just so heartwarming to see on how this episode begins with such a wholesome moment, but it ends with a very dark and grim fate for Sarah. For Sarah, I was like, again, I was genuinely stunned because it seemed like everything was going well for everyone here. But of course, you have the church. With the church, they are starting to become a real problem. Like, truly, they are. They are starting to become a real problem with these people, like, continue to be used as an experiment. Like, it is so crazy on how much it has become such a massive issue. Like, I do think that that if they are going to expose the church, it's not going to be in this episode. No, definitely not. Because with the church, they don't really they don't really have any weaknesses that we know of, because with the church they have so many moments when it comes to this guy. They have so many resources when it comes to the knight, the kingdom, so the royal knight, and the experimentation, the influence, and of course the money. And I don't think that Flum is going to be able to tackle that all of that in 3 episodes, because I imagine this anime is ending at episode 12, and it does seem that Flum is probably going to go to the research facility in the capital. That seems like that's going to be their next game plan, because the church is actually starting to become an actual problem. I imagine since Flum I imagine Flum next episode is going to hear what happened to Sarah, and she's going to put her plan into action. She's going to get revenge against the church for hurting her friend, hurting their brothers, and actually just absolutely just destroying Sarah. Like the fact that she has been so devoted to church, and to see her done dirty like this, and the fact that, speaking of church, this girl right here, she is so devoted to the church. She hates demons. I imagine this woman right here is going to be with the church still. Meanwhile, Sarah is not, because with Sarah, she doesn't necessarily have she's not going to have a good relationship with the church after seeing her two brothers die to the experimentation of the church. There is no way she is going to be buddy buddy with the church after this. She is absolutely going to fight against the church, or at the very least support Flom in her endeavor. She already has been helping Flum in her endeavors. And I think the motivation of her brothers right here will just get her going, like straight up push her to actually just get rid of the church's evilness and actually purify of the church, and actually showcase what a real nun could do, what a real saint is supposed to represent. Because that church, they don't represent faithfulness, they don't represent justice. They're kind of just a scam. They just kill people for their own benefit. Like this person right here. Like this girl, I imagine she is a fermentation of the church, and I imagine we're probably going to get a backstory of her in the next episode, maybe. Well, I couldn't tell you, but the fact remains that the church has shown they have shown they are willing to sacrifice as many people as humanly possible, and Sarah is now aware of that. And so Sarah, it does make me interesting to see what Sarah's game plan is. Like the three main characters I'm interested in seeing are Sarah, Ink, and Negus. Those two characters are kind of intertwined in a way, because is friends with Sarah, and Ink has somewhat ties with the shirt, so it does make me wonder what those three have a role in the episodes moving forward. Because I imagine Sarah's going to Sarah's going to be saved by Nika's here. I genuinely do think so. It is so crazy on how you see the death flag, and this should have rung a bell that these two were not going to make it. Absolutely not. They were not going to make it whatsoever. Like, I am so fascinated to see what is Sarah's game plan is moving forward. I am so interested how they're going to explore her character development. But with that being said, it's just so interesting with how every character has been written decently well. Like they have been written pretty decently well. Like the fact that even someone like Eterna here, Eterna, she doesn't necessarily have too much of a role at the moment. She hasn't really done anything too crazy necessarily, but it's more so that she's kind of there to support the game. She's kind of there to make everyone happy, make everyone feel good. Whether she's kind of like a sister, mother figure to someone like Ink here, the fact that she knows that Ink is feeling bad, she tries so hard to comfort her. She tries so hard to actually just relate to her in some way. Like I really do like Eterna, even though she didn't really have too much of a role in the anime. I'm fine with that because Eterna, I think her role in all of this were decent for the most part. Like I don't expect Eterna to do a whole lot in the next three episodes moving forward, but I could be wrong. But it's just more so that the fact that she's just kind of trying to help this person out right here, trying to help Ink out. I imagine Ink is going to be the one that has a lot of character development. I'm pretty sure she's going to have a lot of character development. And speaking of character development, Dane is another character. Like again, the continued cycle of Dane going batshit crazy. The fact that this man is still insistent on Flom. He is still wanting nothing but death for Flom. It is so crazy to me. Even after he became a lapdog for the church, he still wants nothing but death for Flom. It's to the point where the fact that he got absolutely annihilated by Conan. Absolutely got his arm blown off by Conan. And the fact that even something like that isn't enough. It is not enough to stop Dane here. The fact that someone like Dane just straight up loses his mind. It is so crazy to me. How Dane right here, like, and again, I really do love the narrator. Dane, he has nothing on his mind except kill, kill, kill. It was so crazy on to me how much he has lost his mind. Like, I imagine Plum is going to have an uphill battle against Dane. I imagine maybe Dane appears episode 11, episode 12 against Plum. And it is so crazy how they've been hyping up this actual match of Dane versus Plum. And I gotta say, I wasn't that high on Dane, but now I think Dane is actually a pretty decent character. He has been written pretty decently well, considering that he's not even the true mastermind of the church. By the way, he is still just a lapdog, and the fact that he's doing decently well as a character, as a villain. He's been progressing decently well. It does make me have really high hope for the true mastermind or other players and the church, other antagonists. Like I am so curious to see who the other antagonists are. Whether or not we get that in the next three episodes, that remains to be seen. But again, I'm just going to read the light novel in that case. But I am so excited. The fact that someone like Dane here, he is so insistent on form of apricot. Like I am so surprised. Like the fact that he can't even recognize that he killed Canis. The fact that he has lost his mind so much. Like the fact that he can't even recognize. And him recognizing that destroys his whole entire world. Like, absolutely destroys his entire world. And seemingly, he spawns some eyeballs, which these eyeballs are kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact that these eyeballs can affect your whole entire body, that is scary. Like, the fact that the eyeball can instantly just modify you like that, like transform you into that hideous thing right there, that is shocking to me. Like, it does make me think that the city or the capital, they're going to have an actual problem. Like, the fact that, again, the church is willing to sacrifice so many people, that it does make me wonder how exactly are they going to fight against the church, because the church has become so powerful that it is shocking that they're able to do this much damage in so little of a time span. Like, they have, like, the fact that, again, Sarah lost so much. Sarah, like, she lost Ed and Johnny here. Like, that is crazy to me. Like, the fact that she lost both of them in an instant, and so many other people are probably going to die in the next episode. It does make me so fascinated to see what's going to happen in the next 3 episodes. I am so curious to see, because again, we only got 3 episodes left. We're on episode 9 already, so I imagine and I'm hoping, this is just a hope, that episode 12 will end, and then we'll say teaser for season 2. That would be really nice. But with that being said, I am so curious for these last 3 episodes. With that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts on episode 9, and again, this is the whole entire series as a whole. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.